We're coming out of our anchorage here this morning behind Point Blanco. I know this looks rather hairy, but it's what you have to do. Our deep water's right up next to shore coming out. And then we're going to head over the intercoastal and across Charlotte Harbor. And you come around the point here, and that's the remains of a house. Now, we have to go between the house and the shoreline here. So. And the water depth is improved. And if that post is still here, you want to be outside of the post. Unfortunately, we dropped our phone overboard this morning, but that reminds us that there are bigger problems than that. And there's your full expanse of Charlotte Harbor. Just like Lake Okeechobee, it can kick way up. This, Pine Island Sound, Gasparilla Sound. Bird activity, and that's probably because there's kingfish in here. They're cutting up minnows, and we're just about to the inlet. Come into the cabin here and get our trolling rig. Virtually one bait for everything trolling anymore, and I just vary the speed. If I'm kingfishing, I use these call an echo spoon. Oddly enough, I don't know what's echo about it since we're killing fish. But if I'm kingfishing, I troll at 3 miles per hour and up. If I'm grouper fishing, 2.7 miles an hour or below. And that works for virtually everything. Spanish mackerel, kingfish, practically everything bites that thing. And whatever line you got on a spool, let out about 3/4 of it. And this bump on the tip, that lets you know that it's working right. You see that bump going on, and if there's one out there, it won't take them long, they'll grab it. Don't have a now if you don't have a downrigger, you want to take and have your rod tip low to the water. You see how I've got it set. That's the angle. It's coming down low. It needs to be right on the top of the water. And you can adjust your speed that way and how much line you got out to get depth. Captain Cuddy's got a dogfish. Like I said, just about everything bites on that big spoon. There's your Boca Grande inlet, the old lighthouse. And if you do decide to go out, make sure you got good weather, because the deep water inlets can be few and far between. Gasparilla Sound, not near the size of Pine Island Sound. Gasparilla Placida Bridge. This is the Mischief approaching from you south. We're going to need an opening today. Connie's taking us through. That's a Monk 36 up ahead. He's back down for the car ferry. Now that car ferry is after Green 7 northbound. You have to kind of be careful because you can't see the ferry from behind 7. Always a pleasure to watch a person who knows how to operate machinery, whether it's a boat or airplane or what have you. I mean, he's certainly got the drill down. Approaching Englewood, definitely want to be paying attention, because you got these shoal areas and they're just everywhere. I'll swing around from the bridges over to Minnesota and show you that's Stump Pass. Tom Adams Bridge, 09. And we got bridge over to Minnesota Key. The southern one goes to Englewood, that Tom Adams Bridge. And, this one up here goes to Minnesota proper. Minnesota Key's a very long key. And again, got one camped out right here at the Minnesota Beach Bridge, Minnesota Beach Road. As we come northward of the bridge over to Minnesota, we come off of the bay here and about to enter a land cut in behind Venice. You can see that here. Going to come in and around back. Bridge south of Venice that Captain Connie's taking us through. You got a Marine Max dealer fuel after you come out of the bridge here.
Captain Matt's taking us through the Venice Avenue Bridge. Captain Matt's about to take us under the Hatchet Creek Bridge.
This Venice anchorage and mooring field. They've got some mooring balls out, and there's a south end of North Anchorage. And then right in there where that trawler's docked is a little itty bitty dock that's usually full. We just rounded the corner. I said it'd be full, and indeed, as you go on up in there, it's full. In fact, I've never been able to dock there. Now you got a shot of the Venice Inlet. Now we had planned on going out the inlet and out the outside up to Tampa Bay, but this wind that has chased us from Jacksonville is still with us today, even though it was forecast to die down. It just never did. And if you come, so we're going to head up the intercoastal, stay on the inside. But if you come down this way, there's an excellent restaurant right there. Got 13 feet of clearance coming out of Venice here into Nokomis. This is the Blackburn Point Bridge. 9-foot clearance. Now we've entered Little Sarasota Bay, and before we get to Big Sarasota Bay, you know the winds were supposed to be 5 knots today, but you can see the flag on that hotel over there. They're anything but 5 knots, so it's just another day where we have to plan a protected anchorage on the fly. And what I'm going to do is come down here to Green 51 and this little cove right in here, and that's where we're going to park for the night. So today we travel from Point Blanca across Charlotte Harbor into Gasparilla Sound. We came through Lemon Bay, and then right on up past Minnesota Key, through the Venice Cut, up into Blackburn Bay, and traveled on up into Little Sarasota Bay, and now we're camped out right here.